Do you look like you just tried to do a double gainer with a half McTwist into a oil drain pan? Get a hand job. Hand job and cleaning wipes. A buddy of mine formulated these, got them set up, and he also happens to be the owner of Napa in Wiley, Texas, and as of right now, it's about one of the only places you can get these. But he sent me some so I could help him advertise them and get the word out. Maybe we can make them a little bigger for him. But I mean, you seen how dirty I was with one hand wipe. One hand wipe. Came out really good. I'm a paper towel away from being clean enough, and that's pretty good. So I got some pictures here of the different kinds you can get. It comes in a wall pump, it comes in a squeeze bottle, and it also comes in the waterless wipes. Like I said, you can buy them at Napa in Wiley, Texas. They specialize in like big trucks, commercial, heavy equipment, things like that. So if you're in the Wiley, Texas area, go over, check them out, and get yourself some of these. I've been using them for a couple days now. They do a really great job, and I stand behind them 100%. So maybe if we get enough want for these, I can get a couple cases and put them up on my website, and we can help them get rid of some more. So let's get to the video. Hey everybody, welcome to Harmon Garage. I'm Aaron, and today we're getting back on Humpty Dumpty the dually. I've got a few little things I need to finish up on the bed. We're gonna fabricate some splash guards to go in here like my dually had, and I still need to put the fiberglass inners in. We need to run wires for the parking lights in the fenders. And I may try to pull this a little bit so that that looks better. But then we're gonna get the truck ready. We got some stuff to do to it. And then we're gonna put the bed on it. So hang tight, here we go. All right, the first thing I'm gonna try to do on this today is, I've showed you guys this big gap before, and I really don't like it, and it's just right here. I think it's just because of this dent that was in here. I don't think the bed is right, but trying to get up in there with a ratcheting wrench, and I can only get some fingers for leverage and barely reach, wasn't really working. So I made a longer ratcheting wrench. It's not I didn't make it longer for like necessarily the leverage. I made it longer so that it stuck out and I could get a good reach on it. So I'm hoping you guys can see this fairly well, and I'm going to go in here and see if I can get it to tighten up some more. got this screwed in all the way up here, and it seems like it's starting to come in here. I got my bolt that holds my bracket for the light wiring in there, and it's kind of making it a little bit hard to get to still. I should take it out, or I should have left it out till after I did this, but we'll keep going. It seems like it's looking better. I'll bring you guys in close and show you once I get it tightened down. Alright, well, that's way better than it was. The whole deal's turning where it goes into the fender now. So we're not going to go any further right now, but it's definitely tighter than it was, and I'm a lot happier with that. So I think I'm going to have to pull this out. I think it's in a little bit. It kind of looks like it's in a little bit. So I'm probably going to have to pull that out, but we'll get that filled in. But this definitely helped. I'm going to keep this around in case I have to take any more dually fenders off or put them on or whatever. But I'm happier with how that is now. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is run my wires for my fender markers and get those done. And instead of just using heat shrink butt connectors, I'm going to use uninsulated crimps with heat shrink on it. It doesn't really matter. It's not making any difference. It's just what I decided to do this morning, so that's what we're going with. But alright, so what I'm going to do is, these aren't supposed to be turn signals, they're not supposed to be brake lights, they're not supposed to be anything but clearance lights. So I'm just going to run from the front to the back, and then when I get to the back I'm going to tie it in to where I can go out and hook it up to the clearance lights back there. Now hopefully you guys can see this. I got two wires, one's brown, one's black. Brown is your clearance light, black is a ground. So when I get the light opened up back here, I'll take you guys in there and show you. But I'm not going to cut the old ground, splice it or anything. I'll just put an eyelet on the end of it and put it on the same bolt as the other ground, because it just makes more sense. Right now I'm sticking rubber grommets in the holes that I drilled in here so that we don't cut wires when we route them through here. Not the easiest thing to do. Maybe too big. Yeah, that one will fit better. Alright, that one popped right in there. Okay, cool. So I'm going to take a brown wire. I like to use the right color, that's why I spliced these together. Just one extra splice, it shouldn't hurt anything. And I've got my black, and I'm going to go in here and make my connections, and then I'll run it up over the top. And what I'm going to do, just for the time being, I'm going to take some Gorilla Tape and I'll just tape the wire up in here. It's not going to stay forever, but it will keep it up while I put the filler panels and stuff in that it normally sits on top of. So that'll keep it it'll keep it up out of the way, where when I'm putting self tappers in, I don't grab a hold of it and stuff like that. So I'm just going to get these hooked up. You guys can't really see in here anyways, so get them wired I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, I got my wires tied into my front light and my rear light. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this tail light off. As soon as I go and get the right tool, and then we can run the wires back and we'll tie into our light here. I have no idea what they were jumpering off of this tail light, but I got a wire in the bulb and it was smashed in the lid. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that right in the trash because I ain't going to use that no more. And then I got to get a Phillips screwdriver too so I can get the rest of this light off. Okay, and I might have to tie into the ground right here because it goes all the way over and grounds on the other side. So we'll just tie into this ground just like we tie into the parking lights. But before I do that, we don't need this trim piece on here for this truck. So I'm going to go ahead and go get a socket and take it off, and then
what size is it?
I think it's a 3/8. We're going to get a socket and take that off, and then once I get that cleared out, we'll come in here, we'll run our wires and make our connections. And
1/4 inch or 3/8?
quarter's fine, and then we'll have that one hooked up ready to go. Okay, I got my wires all run. They're right here, and I have my little marker light right here on the side that are the exact same wires as those. So easiest thing to do is just going to be to tie both of these into both of these. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Got that all hooked up. Get our light put back in. This side will be done. After I go get a bulb, because that other one was messed up, whatever it was. Alright, well, I guess I'm all out of that size bulb. Let's go get some tomorrow. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and put this back on, just so everything's accounted for. Alright, this side's all done. We'll go ahead and go over, knock out the other side. Once I get that done, I'll go back and kind of show you how I routed the wires and stuff like that. And then we'll move on. Got a little bit more to do to these fenders. Then we'll get the truck over here and start getting the bed ready. Or start getting the truck ready to put the bed on. Okay. I got both sides all wired up and finished. I'll bring you guys in here the best I can and kind of show you wiring's coming in there. Hopefully you can see I got it taped up there. Now, I know that Gorilla Tape can fail, but that's fine. I just put it in there just to hold that up until I get those filler pieces in, and then if it lays down on those filler pieces, that's the way it came from the factory anyway, so that's fine. Now, I talked to you guys about the rock guards or splash guards or whatever that go right in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put those on just because if we're gonna build a dually bed, might as well go all the way with it. So I came out here and looked at the truck and it has them on it still. They kind of got some rust holes in them. So I'm gonna get them off and get them over there and look at them and either kind of weld a backing plate on them to refurbish them, or just trace them onto another piece of metal, cut out some new ones. But here they are. That's what I'm talking about. I just got to come out here with a socket, got 2 screws on each side. So I'm going to come out, get those pulled off. We'll take them back over here on the concrete and we'll decide if we want to save those or make new ones, and we'll just keep going little at a time. Okay, I got both of these off and they're in pretty rough shape. So I'm going to go ahead and trace them out on a new piece of metal, both sides. I'll cut them. These have a bead rolled in them for strength. I'm not going to be able to put that bead back in them because I don't have a bead roller, but at least I'll have a good piece in there, and for the most part it should stop everything that's going to get thrown out of it. So we'll do the best we can. I'm going to go a little bit long with this because I got to put some bends in it. So This needs to come straight up here. And then across like that. So I'm going to cut this out real quick after I get some safety glasses so nobody harps on me. And yeah, you know what I mean. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna cut it out. If I was a little bit smarter, this already has the bend in it that I need. So if I just put this right there, and then cut it out, save me some work. Alright, now we got a whole bunch of drawings and we can really confuse the crap out of ourselves and probably screw up. Alright, got one cut out. Matches that perfect. I'm gonna go get a grinder wheel. We'll clean that up good. We gotta punch 3 holes in it and it pretty much should be ready to stick in there. So, that's about it. I got this pretty well straightened out. Hopefully close enough to mark the holes. So. Get our holes marked. Alright. Okay, we can get that put in. Now we can get our filler piece done too. So I'm gonna go get some nuts because we're not gonna have nuts that'll go. Oh, I don't need to. There's already some up there. Cool. Okay, so we're going to get this put up. Sorry. Get this put up in there. I'll show you that, and then we'll get that inner trim piece put back in. Okay, got those pieces in now. Now the The filler piece bolts to this, that's why that holds there. So I'll go ahead and get that. I gotta get all my little deals and figure out what I did with all my bolts. I'll go ahead and put that fiberglass filler piece back in, and this side of the bed will finally be done. Okay. I got some new clips for this. Okay, got those in there. Now, this should just slide right up in here, like it never got taken out, and everything should perfectly line up, right? Nope. What the heck? Maybe the screws aren't long enough. This has to get bent back. That's part of the problem. There we go. Alright. That one's in. All right. I know for next time I do this to leave a little bit more metal out here, because right now there's not enough to screw that on, but it's tight in there. It ain't going nowhere, so it's good enough. All the pieces that should be in a dually bed are now in it. So you guys can see I got this side all completely in there. My splash guard is built and installed, and now I just got to do the other side. So no point in making you watch all that again. I'm gonna get over there, I'm gonna knock it out. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, we got this side all wrapped up too. We got our fiberglass piece in there. We got our panel made and installed, and it's all good. So now our bed is all done. That means we're ready to put it on the truck, and the truck is over there sitting in the back row waiting on its turn, and now's its turn. So I'm gonna go out there, take a battery with me, and being that we already did a willet start on it and it fired right up and ran for us, I'm hoping I can carry a battery out there with the key, hook it up, and it'll fire right up and run for us again. So place your bets in the comments. Let's go see what happens. I got the truck over here and I had to take a phone call, and Pops is all gung-ho and ready to go. He's already got the toolbox off. He's working on the headache rack. We're going to cut the wrecker boom thing. Sorry, my brain quit functioning for a second. We're gonna cut that loose from the bed and slide it out, and then we'll get underneath and undo the bed bolts. I'm not reusing this bed. I don't think it's worth trying to find anybody else that has any use for it. So I'm gonna bring the torch out. I'm gonna torch the heads off the wrecker boom. I'm gonna torch off where it's welded right here. And I'm gonna crawl underneath and torch the bed bolts off too. And then it's just gonna head down on its way, and we'll set this one on there. So trying to get it done in a timely manner. So Pops is over there working away. He looks like he needs my help. So let me come over there, help him get this headache rack off, and then I'll bring you back and we'll start taking that wrecker boom out. All right, got the torch out here. There's a big mess in the bed, so I cleaned a couple spots in the back that I'm gonna have to cut. And then I think I'm gonna have to kind of push the mess back and cut in front of it or whatever, because I don't want to just dump it out on the ground, because I don't really want the mess all over my stuff. So. Well, that was interesting. On fire. Great. Watch yourself. Go out?
What?
The fire go out?
Yeah.
Not standing in front of the camera, are you?
Probably. We also got two brackets below here too. They're welded to this frame.
Yeah, and then they're welded to the frame. Check to see if that one was loose.
I knocked the head off of it.
You didn't try to pick it up though? All right, well, I'm out of oxygen, so much for doing it quick. I guess we will take the long road. all I'm worried about. Oh, we didn't get those bolts out of the front either, did we? Did you? Very front one? What I'm worried about them. Hold on a second. This side's lifted. It's stuck up further somewhere. No. That wire is going through the frame. You know the one I cut? I wonder if that ain't holding it. It's free now.
Where's your water, Derek?
Hang on.
Water.
I don't know, maybe we can get it out far enough.
Yeah.
Let's try it first.
If you can cut your front wheels all the way to the right, and then start to back up a little bit, it should pull the bed away from the cab. I just told my dad, I think he's been more work. Put it on the other side of the truck so it shows us coming to it. Go ahead and cut it hard, guys. So we go other way. Yeah. Alright, we got a turner we're gonna hit. You're fighting me. I'm trying to turn it that way and you're pushing it back. Need to go up more.
Yeah, a little bit.
Up a little, please.
That's good. Turn it hard right so we can get it to come in towards the...
She's hard right. That's hard as it'll go. Straighten out a little. Come on.
Whoa. Go down,
Yeah, really slow. Watch the fenders because they're pretty far back. Here, hang on. Alright, come down. I'm holding it. Will it look good, Dad?
Now I gotta come in now.
Okay, whoa, 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 whoa! We gotta go out that way. We're way too far in. I can see.
Oh, you gotta go back.
Pick it up just there, back up.
Stay back.
Easy.
You let her know when. I can't see it.
Come
Keep
on.
going.
A little more. A little more. Oh, oh, oh.
Yes.
Set it down. Easy.
Check that fuel fill neck, Dad. Make sure we're not pinching it in the frame or something. Oh, we're down. We're down. The back's sitting on the frame.
You gotta move this back.
Yeah, that's fine. Hang on, make sure they're in the hole and not just down next to the frame.
Not all the way down.
Gotta go that way a little bit. Yep. Pull on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right there. And then push forward a little bit too if you want
Which
to.
hole you going? The far back one?
Far back one. It's in. This one's lined up too.
Alright, I gotta just move the
Oh,
hole.
hold on, I just moved it. There, no. Beat him down with a hammer. That's about 1 3/4 is usually what it is. Yep.
Watch yourself, Bart. Alright, it's all yours.
Pick it up. That's good.
All right. It is late. I am dead. And we got the bed on Humpty Dumpty. As you probably noticed, I forgot to turn the camera on while we were taking the wrecker boom off. And I kind of caught it as they were driving away with it. And then the stuff that they had on this frame to help support the wrecker bed, it was some backwoods ingenuity. It was a mess. I had to get underneath there, and just keep cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting, and finally it came off and we got the bed off, and then we got the new bed picked up and got it back on, and it all went pretty smooth. But I have to give a big thanks to Art and his wife Kay. Once again, they came over with the tractor, and other than the little struggles that we had, made it really easy for us, and they stayed here way later than they normally hang out with us too. So I appreciate you guys. If you're watching, thank you very much. And everybody give Kay and Art a shout out. They're really good people. So Pops is cleaning up. I'm standing around talking to you guys, which isn't really fair. I need to be helping Pops. But we took the headache rack and the toolbox off of the other bed, which I kind of already showed you guys. And then it also has a push bar up here, and my buddy that owns this truck doesn't want the push bar either, and Pops does. I gave Pops RJ whenever he's here. I gave it to him, it's his, but we got tags and insurance on it, so whenever he's here, he drives it, he uses it, he does whatever he wants with it. The only time I even drive it anymore is if I gotta haul something. He wants the headache rack and the toolbox and the push bar brush guard put on RJ. So we're gonna do that for him maybe tomorrow. And that's not gonna be on a video, but I'll take some pictures of old RJ and post them up on the social media channels and maybe on the community post on YouTube, just so you guys can see it. But this might be a little bit of a short video. It's just finishing up that bed, getting it put on the truck, because that's one more that's kind of finished up for me. Carl can come and take it home. He wants to sand on it. He's gonna sand it all down to bare metal. And then once he gets it down to bare metal, he's gonna bring it to me. We're gonna put at least one thick coat of epoxy primer on the whole truck. And then we'll be able to start body work. And after we body work it, we'll high fill it and he'll block it some more. And he likes sanding, so he can do all the sanding in the world. I ain't gonna argue with him one bit. So anyways, one last walk around. I think she's looking good. I hope you guys do too. It needs the old tint taken off of the windows. Been sitting for 40 years and the dang windshield ain't even broke, delaminated, nothing. Like, that's the best windshield I've seen come out of the woods ever. And she's looking good. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Trying to walk over to Pop so he can say bye, but he's walking away from me. Pop says bye. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.